Hi, Tigresses. What a glorious day. We're filming today from Antietam Bridge, Burnside Bridge at Antietam National Battlefield. Antietam was a battle of the Civil War, September of 1862, and one day of that battle was the heaviest casualty of any day in the whole Civil War. Can you picture? On one side of the bridge, the Confederacy. On the other side of the bridge, on the other side of the creek here, the Union. And crossing that bridge. Can you imagine those troops funneling together, tight pack, coming across the bridge in attack mode, and getting mown down in the process? What courage it must have taken to wake up in the morning in your tent, pitched wherever you are in your camp, recognizing that today you're going to meet the enemy. You may have glory alive, or glory and not see the sunrise the next day. Who would know? What courage it must take to get up, put it together, and go across that bridge. You can imagine that the soldiers were supporting each other, probably all terrified, but at the same time knowing they had a duty to fulfill. I can hardly imagine what it must have been like in the hearts and minds of the souls as those soldiers that started coming across that bridge, and seeing their comrades falling in front of them to the hail of bullets. And yet they kept pressing forward. What courage! Well, Tigers, it takes courage for us to cross our bridges. If we are beginning a process of developing our own sense of our own truth, we may have to buck convention. We may have to say no to certain kinds of things we've said yes to in the past. We're developing new patterns. And if we're doing some maybe in middle age, maybe, or beyond, we've got a long history that in a sense we're overturning and we're beginning to reinvent. That takes courage. Granted, not that level of courage that those soldiers need to face, but maybe in some cases almost as much. If you feel that you're going to be making changes that your family or your friends or society isn't going to support, that can really be tough. To carve out your own independence when you've been subject to peer pressure, whatever it may be. It takes courage to make change. And we can't just sit and wait for courage to come before we make the change. We have to start making the change, and what we find is the glory of the change, the beginning to see the successes that we get with the change. The support that we get from Tigris Tribe, from our friends, other people, that helps build the courage to continue. And the task itself will build the courage and build in the resilience. Courage, honey. It takes courage to cross your 4 bridges. And it is within you. All the power and all the strength that you need is lying within you, waiting to be awakened. In our poem, Tigris. Tigris, Tigris, burning bright in the forest of your night. She waits and yearns, out of sight, for you to bring her to the light. She's female spirit, your true self. She's freedom, radiance, glory, might, driven down when you were young. Reclaim her now, make your life right. As you reclaim your inner tigress, and you start taking action on these bridges, you will develop the courage. And it will help develop the passion, and it will all be circular. And support will come to you. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. You have it. Don't let your fears hold you back. Remember that your feelings at any given time have no bearing whatsoever on reality. Your powers, your strengths are there. Just because you may be going through a funk or you may doubt yourself doesn't mean that you're incapable. No. You're still that same glorious, wonderful person. You're just not feeling it. But as you press forward, you will begin to feel it again. And as you garner support, and as you see some successes, and as you begin to feel better about the moves that you're making, you will prevail. And the universe conspires for your success. Once you are committed, Providence moves too. And all kinds of resources and meetings and things that you never could have imagined come your way. That's what happened to me when I was putting this Inner Tigress site together. I came up with the concepts and whatever have you, and just out of the blue, resources came to me that I couldn't anticipate. It works. It works. You've just got to take the action, make the commitment. Nail your stake in the ground, take your stand, and move forward. You've got it, Tigress, and you will succeed. The power lies within. You don't have to grab it somewhere. You just need to reclaim it. Reclaim that inner Tigress and let her flow within your veins. Go for it, honey. You've got everything it takes. Rise up and roar.